Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing great. Cat King's here again with another fantastic video. I know the video is kind of transparent on the face cam. I'm working with what I'm working with. I'm just using this thing called Record It. It's not the best thing ever, far from it, but it's not the worst thing ever either, far from it. So, yeah, I've been gone. I'll record a different video at another point in time and explain everything, but let's go ahead and jump into another bad creepypasta. This one is Super Mario Galaxy. I was always a big fan of Nintendo games. I had the NES, GameCube, and countless others. Also, no matter what, I would never, ever use an emulator. If I wanted to play a game I didn't have, I would need to buy it in real time. Anyways, let's get to the story. It was about a year ago, and for some reason, I had an urge to play Super Mario Galaxy. I examined my game shelves, but I couldn't find a copy of Super Mario Galaxy. So, I headed out to my local game shop to purchase another copy. On my way there, I spotted a sparkling cartridge sticking out of the trash bin. Having my curiosity take over, I headed over to the trash bin to take out the cartridge. The trash bin was relatively empty, except for some old newspaper clippings that had been thrown in. I grabbed the cartridge, and to my surprise, it was Super Mario Galaxy. Why is it in a cartridge? I thought. The Super Mario Galaxy game usually came in a disc form, if you don't know. I brought it home, and when I arrived, I immediately plugged in my Wii and studied the cartridge, wondering how to even put it in the Wii. Whilst doing this, I noticed a tab on the bottom of the cartridge that had the words "Pull Me" written on it in red ink. As the instructions said, I pulled it, and the cartridge's case covering the motherboard popped off. Underneath was a poorly made cardboard disc holder, can't remember the word, and inside was the Super Mario Galaxy disc. I put it in the Wii, and it proceeded to load. When it did load, a title screen that said Super Mario Galaxy in blue letters appeared. I pushed start, and the game loaded up the first level. It was very laggy, but it progressively got better and better, all the way to a point where there was almost no lag at all. Eventually, the game froze and crashed. The next screen was white text on a black background, and it said "Error, floating tile exception." If wanted, please send a report to, I'm not going to read all that, that's a bunch of numbers. Seeing this, I was just about to remove the disc when the screen suddenly showed a message saying, "Enter disk in PC." Noticing this, I slowly grabbed my PC and put the disc inside the disk compartment. Instead of the game loading, a new folder appeared on my desktop. It was labeled "Open Now." I turned my AVG 2015 on, then opened the folder, just in case it was some virus, somehow coded into the disk. I found 5 files in the folder: watchme.avi, hey.txt, you-do-not-want-me.wav, rain.wav, and info.txt. Wondering what the heck this is, I clicked info.txt. It said, quote unquote, "This disk is just a test. Never saw you find this. How did you find this? This wasn't supposed to be able to be in one's hands. This disk is just a test." What? I thought, I know that file wasn't creepy, but more on the slightly disturbing side. You know what I mean? Anyways, the next file opened was watchme.avi due to the urgency knitted into the name. The video depicted a deranged man dancing to a song, but the music was cut out and replaced with screams, coming from who knows what. It was only 30 seconds long, and yet again, it wasn't creepy, but just a little disturbing. Now, instead of saying the next file was, or then I opened, I'm just going to say the file name, then what it's shown/said, okay? Hey.txt. Hey there, you don't know me, but I'm spying on you. You do not want me.wav. Audio saying dispose of me, I am a mess, repeated several times. Rain.wav. Somewhat calming rain noise. When I read hey.txt, I looked out my window to see if there was actually anyone spying on me from below. I looked out for maybe about 5 seconds, but at about 3 seconds in, I saw a silhouette of a man, of a person, but then it disappeared. I don't know how that person found my location, or know how to cut PC files and folders into a Wii disk. Then, I heard several knocks on my front door. I didn't make a peep or move, for that matter. About a minute later, this mysterious person knocked again, but this time more vigorously. I was scared straight. He must have noticed I saw him outside, creeping in my yard. Then, the person knocked again, extremely powerfully. He did it so hard the door was forced to open, rather quickly. Now, He had full access to my house. Wait, I can't refer to this person as he or she because it was wearing a mask. So, for the entirety of the story, I will be referring to this spy as it. Now, back into the story. I had to hide. It was the choice between life and death. Panicking, I jumped behind the couch, slapping my feet very loudly on the window. I was hoping it didn't hear that. Of course it did. I'm pretty sure it did. Hey, there you go. Because after that, I heard fast footsteps walk up the stairs. I poked my head up to see if it was in the living room. It wasn't, luckily. When I got back behind the couch, I heard the TV flash on. I looked up one more time, and what was on the TV was a screaming Rosalina. Crap, I thought, sitting back down. How did the programming make it possible for the disc to do that? Soon it came into the living room, and the first place it looked was behind the couch. Well, behind the other couch, so I still had time to do something to save me. I ran out behind it and punched it. That was unsuccessful, though, because its skin was as hard as metal. As I fell to the floor, I saw its head turn around like an owl's and stare deeply into what I thought was my soul. The next thing I knew was that I was in a deep sleep. Okay, that's Super Mario Galaxy, and what did I think? It's alright. Credit to the original author is Creep0. This is on Cringypasta.org. It was alright. You tried, and it's not like you threw in. Let me make sure. I don't think I saw any like excessive gore or anything like that. Or really anything. Yeah, I didn't see any excessive gore. It was not offensive for any means. So on the bright side, it was not offensive. And that's a huge thing for a lot of bad creepypastas is they think gore equals horror. It didn't overstay its welcome. It wasn't like a terribly long story, but wasn't so short that, I just sped through it in like 2-3 minutes, like one of those stories. It was alright. It was an alright story. There was a lot of stuff like how did he find you? Why would he do this? What was the motives? Why was he hard as metal? Like building up to the story, suspense, stuff like that. Where did you get the disc from? Why did you keep playing, etc., etc.? There's a lot of questions to ask, and we could sit through that, but as part for the course, I'm going to suspend my disbelief, and I'm going to tell you, it was an alright story. It was not spectacular, it was not great, it was not good, but it was not, like, terrible or even really that bad. It was alright. So that's my opinion. Remember, I'm not shitting on anybody, I'm just giving you my honest opinions on stories, and if I ever poke fun, I'm laughing with you, not at you. So until next time, have a wonderful time, and I will see you in the next video. God bless, and goodbye, and good vibes, and goodbye.